Greetings, Earthlings. Today I'm back with a review of another brand new, very affordable condenser microphone. That microphone is the Presonus PX-1, which is an XLR large diaphragm cardioid condenser microphone. If you are interested in this microphone, it will cost you around $130. $130. Like always, I'll throw some links down below. And for this review, I have the microphone connected directly to the Focusrite 18i20 2nd Gen. My gain is set at around 1 o'clock. I will not do any kind of post-processing, but I may have to boost it in post, so check the doobly-doo or the lower third to see what I diddly did. And now let's talk about what comes in the box. That was a real good one. I'm proud of it. Good job, me. First off, you will get a pouch to store the microphone in. You'll of course get the microphone, a microphone mount, a 5/8 to 3/8 inch microphone stand adapter, and some documentation. Then as far as the build quality, the microphone actually feels pretty hefty and pretty well put together. It does have an all-metal body, which is where the majority of the weight is. It also has a metal grill, which doesn't have too much give to it. As you move around the microphone, there are no switches or buttons or dials or anything, and on the bottom you will find the XLR port. Then as far as the specs, this microphone has a single cardioid polar pattern, a frequency response of 20 Hz to 18 kHz, a sensitivity of approximately -32 decibels, an impedance of -1000 ohms? A self-noise of 18 dBA, a max SPL of 135 dB, and a phantom power requirement of, I'm guessing, 48 volts. Now I am spinning around the PX-1 to 90 degrees to show you the off-axis rejection and coloration. We will continue around the microphone to 180 degrees, show you what the rear sounds like. Continue around the microphone to the second 90-degree angle, here's how it sounds. And then we will rotate and end at the front of the mic. Now let's go ahead and test the plosive rejection of this thing. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Please bring pizza pronto. Now I am right on top of the microphone to demonstrate the proximity effect on this thing. About 3 inches away from the mic with it pointed at the corner of my mouth, and here is how it sounds. About 1 foot away from the microphone, 2 feet away from the microphone, and about 4 feet away from the microphone. Now I am typing on a keyboard with Gatoron blue switches to see how much of my voice versus how much of the keyboard it picks up. And for you elite gamers, now I am typing on the sad W keys. Here's how the microphone sounds in a somewhat well-treated room. And here is how the microphone sounds in a completely untreated room. Now I am bumping my desk to see how well the provided microphone mount does at rejecting that noise. And I will go ahead and bump the boom arm. Now I'll go ahead and tap the microphone to see if there are any kind of resonant frequencies. Now I want to do a very quick comparison between the PX-1 and a couple of other microphones out there so we can see how this mic stacks up against its competition. Of course, we will start on the Presonus PX-1. I am 6 inches off of this microphone. My gain is set at 1 o'clock, and here's how the audio sounds. Let's jump to the first microphone we're comparing it to. First up, I am on the Neewer NW700, which is a $25 XLR electret condenser microphone. I am 6 inches off of the mic, gain set at 1 o'clock, check the lower third to see how much I boosted it, and here is how the microphone compares to the Presonus. We are back on the Presonus PX-1. Make sure to check the lower third so you can see if I boosted any of these microphones differently in post. Here is how this microphone sounds. Let's jump to another one. Next up, we are on the Mackie EM-91C. I am 6 inches off of this mic. Gain still set at 1 o'clock, and make sure to check the lower third. But here is how this microphone sounds compared to the Presonus. Back on the Presonus PX-1 again, still 6 inches off, still gain set at 1 o'clock. Here is how the audio sounds. Let's jump to another one so you can hear it compared to that. Hey, we are now on the Audio Technica AT2020. This is a $100 XLR condenser microphone. It is extremely popular. My gain is at 1 o'clock. Check the lower third to see how much I boosted this microphone because this is much quieter, but here is how the AT2020 sounds compared to the Presonus. And we have one more microphone to go, but we are back on the PX-1 to act as a palate cleanser. Let's jump to the last microphone so you can hear how it sounds compared to... yeah, let's do that. And lastly, we are on the Neat King B, which is another $130 condenser microphone. I am 6 inches off of this thing, gain at 1 o'clock. Check the lower third to see how much I boosted it in post, so you know if I boosted it differently. Cool. I'm starting to look like an old-time sailor. My hair's getting long and I wear a watch cap. I don't know what I'm really saying. All I know is I'm getting real fat. I don't know. It is what it is, right? Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, so if all we're doing is listening to the sound of this microphone, I think that Presonus has made a pretty good sounding affordable condenser mic. But first up in terms of pros, the sound. It is a very unoffensive sound. It is relatively balanced with a bit of a boost in the top end, and when you get closer to the microphone, the low end does get a little bit overpowering, so you get a tiny bit of a V shape, but all in all, a very neutral and balanced sound. And also, the off-axis coloration of this thing, although it is apparent when you are off-axis, it doesn't get harsh or piercing or unpleasant to listen to, which was pretty impressive. And then as far as cons, the first and most apparent thing to me is the capsule suspension in this thing. If I so much as look at it, let alone touch it, the noise it picks up is atrocious. It sounds as though the capsule is being sent down to the depths of hell and being... you know what I mean. It's absolutely terrible. Also, with a self noise of around 18 dBA, it is starting to get on the high side. And on the note of noise, I am not sure if I got a faulty unit or not, but I believe there is some kind of grounding issue with this mic because when I look at a frequency analyzer of a silent signal, I am getting a lot of noise sub 50 Hertz, so I would check other reviews and see if anybody else has that same issue. Then what about my overall thoughts and opinions on this microphone? On the electric guitar, I really enjoyed the biting top end. That just gives a really great sound for an aggressive guitar. The mids are not over boosted, they are not scooped, just nice and neutral and accurate. The low end does get a little bit woofy, but a high pass filter will clear that right up, and in most guitar recordings you're gonna have a high pass filter anyways. So all around for electric, I thought it was pretty good. Next up for the acoustic guitar, I found the low end to be a little bit boomy and out of control, but the top end did have a nice amount of attack. I think it is a pretty usable sound for the acoustic with a little bit of EQ added onto it to correct for those issues. Then for singing, the top end started to sound a little bit artificial and sizzly to me. The mids, nice and neutral, nothing offensive, not overly nasally, not recessed. The low end, I know, I'm a broken record. The low end was a little bit out of control, but with a little bit of EQ, that's gonna be corrected. Throw on a high pass filter like you typically do on a vocal track, it's gonna be fine. Pretty usable all around, a little bit artificial though. And lastly, for spoken word, this thing has a thick low end. It is very warm and robust, and it has this kind of weight to it down in the lower frequencies. So if you have a super bassy voice, may not be the best fit for you. I do like the mids because it doesn't have that nasally sound to it. It is neutral and natural sounding, and the top end is nice, but I do start to hear a little bit of sizzle to it. It's not sibilant, but it is a little bit artificial sounding. Again, broken record, I know, whatever. And to wrap up, would I recommend the PX-1? Kind of. I do really enjoy the sound of the microphone. The top end is clear, but it's not over boosted or harsh. It is a little bit sizzly, a little bit artificial, but nothing terrible. The low end is warm and thick and heavy, but it's not too overpowering, particularly on the voice. So as far as the sound, I would recommend it. But if you're going to be putting this microphone in any situation where you might touch it, or bump it, or look at it the wrong way, I don't think I can recommend it because that noise is so terrible. It is unacceptable for a mic to be that bad at handling noise. And I know it's a studio microphone, don't handle it. Well, if you're at your desk, I want to move it. I'm going to move it over here so I can just get it out of the way. Come on. And as I already mentioned, I am not sure if the mic that I got is faulty, so go check other audio samples, other video reviews, and written reviews to see if anybody else encountered that same issue, and if that's an issue, the handling noise with the 50 cycle hum grounding issue, just a big no from me. Alrighty, and I think that's going to wrap up for today, but like always, I want to hear from you in the comments down below of all of the microphones that I compared it against. Which one did you like the best? Did you like the PX-1, the AT2020? Are you secretly an NW700 stan? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, I apologize, there was a lot of computer fan noise. I don't know what's happening. I think my computer is dying. I need to buy a new computer. I'm going to try some stuff, but sorry about that. I am fully aware there was a lot more shh in the background. There's nothing I can do about that because I record on the computer. Sorry. But with all of that being said, if you found this video fun, interesting, or helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a big old thumbs down. If you want more videos, subscribe, logo down beneath me, and don't forget to hit that bell icon. If you want to hang out in the Discord server and talk about microphones and audio gear and all that stuff, podcastage.com/discord. And if you want to support the channel and become one of these incredible people over here, you can do so by clicking that join button and joining at the $5 tier or higher. It really does help me continue to bring you these videos. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you later. Bye.